Drew Breton says this 59-second video is the climax of what started as two groups of friends teasing each other just days earlier.
It must have really hurt his feelings, but that was wrong of me and it was wrong of him too.
But the 7th grader from Mobile is sticking to his story that he never threw a punch despite being shoved and smacked among a growing group of his classmates.
Oh, it broke my heart.
That's Drew's mom, Kimberly. She says that not only does this footage vindicate her son, it speaks to a big problem at his school.
So what did you think of the video? Like, what did you see in the video?
I saw this boy getting pushed, and I saw that he was trying to run away, but the kids just didn't want to leave him alone.
So I saw a kid being bullied, and the kid who got bullied didn't really fight back.
Well, these kids they shouldn't be bullying this kid just because they have no reason to. They should try and help him if he's going through problems and not straight bully him.
I think it was upsetting to see what kids can be capable of at ages like ours.
Really cruel and just mean for someone to do that to someone else in the same class.
I think that was just being a coward.
What do you think of the person who was filming it?
He didn't do anything. He just bystander, which is everyone always gets a lecture about this. The bystander should always get involved. He didn't get involved.
If they weren't a part of it, they were not helping because they just filmed instead of helping the individual or calling someone to help, like a teacher.
Why were you just filming it? You should have tried helping the boy being bullied.
Oh, he should definitely be in trouble for that. And it's bad enough him being his brother that he should be standing up for his brother and helping him in a situation like that and not be recording it and posting it on Facebook or social media.
The person who was recording, they should have done something to stop it. Who was just following them around, kind of like a bystander effect thing. At the same time, it's good not to get involved, but you need to at the same time because you need to help someone and because they're in danger and they can't defend themselves.
Do you think that the kid being bullied should have fought back?
Well, at that stage where he was being bullied that bad, he could have done something to protect himself. If it got really, really bad to the point where he might have been bleeding, then he could have used something to defend himself. But other than that, he should have found someone to help him, like an adult.
I don't think they should, because that would just mean that they're being the bully as well.
No, they probably just should have immediately told someone and tried to leave the situation, because then you're making the problem bigger.
What is bullying for you then?
Bullying that's bullying. That's still bullying.
For me, it's when a group of people tease a certain person when they are different from them, probably from another race, from another country, religion.
Being mean to others.
To me, it's when someone hurts or teases someone else to the point where it gets you're crossing the line and it's bad and it's an everyday thing.
Bullying to me is when you decide to pick on someone and it then escalates to more people deciding to pick on that one person, even though you might come up with a reason that might not be true or something that they can't control to make fun of them and make them feel bad about themselves.
How do you think people become bullies?
Because of a traumatic childhood, probably. There's no such thing as someone who's born a bully. I believe it's because of bad traumatic experiences as a child, maybe parents not being there for them.
I think it comes from a place where they're feeling hatred and they're jealous of you and they're not in a right place.
Maybe their parents might be going through something rough and then they transferred their anger onto their kids, in which their kids can't do anything about that, so they decide to take it out on other kids to make themselves feel happier and not so down about the situation that they're in.
So if you saw someone being bullied now, what do you think you would do?
I'd probably go up to the person who's being bullied and tell them to leave, or I'd stand up for them and make sure that it doesn't escalate to them fighting or becoming any worse than it already is at that moment.
Have you heard of cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying is just a form of bullying online. It's when like you're being harassed online and you don't know who it is, or if you know who it is, but they're just bullying you through the screen.
Cyberbullying is just like bullies who are too scared to come up to somebody face to face and tell them what they really think. So they think that they're bigger and better behind a phone or laptop or computer, but they're not.
Cyberbullying's probably as worse or as bad as bullying now, because cyberbullying, when you go online, that person doesn't know who you are, what you're like, or maybe you might be older than them or younger than them, but you can say things that will really offend them, and they can't really do anything about it because they don't know who you are, where you are, or what you will do to them.
What does your school do to stop bullying? Do you have campaigns or posters or stuff like that?
Usually the counselor talks about it in assemblies.
At my school, we have multiple rallies where we try and make sure everyone's alright and there's nothing going on between students, and every day for 30 minutes we have a group activity about bullying, trying to find out what key spots where we can see where people are being bullied and we could stop it at that moment.
Every morning we have this like stand and we have to pledge to it, and then we have cameras and all that.
What's your message to people who are being bullied?
You should tell someone before it gets too bad and before it gets too late.
Always ask for help and don't give up for help.
I'd say you should probably get a teacher or a parent to help you out, and I wouldn't escalate the situation by maybe hitting back or talking back to them, saying rude things about maybe their family or anything, and just maybe get a counselor to try and sort it out between you two and not escalate it.
Tell someone.
You're not alone.
Just ignore it. Try your best and tell someone.
If you're being bullied, just don't fight back, or just don't show that you care, and just tell an adult or a teacher or the guidance.
How about your message to the bullies?
Stop. Because even though you're going through something doesn't mean that you should put the other person through that too, and just seek help.
Nah, stop. Like, no, that's not okay. Don't do that.
Just don't.
Stop trying to be relevant.
Why you gotta do that? It's just not cool, and stop. Just because you're bullied, that doesn't make you cool.
If you got problems, you need to solve them yourself, man. I can't even look at you right now.
I am beautiful, no matter what they say.